Hi everyone, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga, and thank you for joining me for this little upper body release. This was actually a request that was sent to me, and I was requested a yoga for climbers video. So this is primarily going to focus on the upper body. It's designed to bring a little bit of relief through the shoulders, the upper arms and the upper back. So I hope you enjoy it. You don't need anything for this, just yourself and your mat, and whenever you are ready, let's begin. Okay everyone, so we're going to begin in a child's pose, so coming towards the back of our mats, taking the toes together, the knees nice and wide, and then slowly just start to crawl the fingertips forwards as we take the forehead and the chest down towards the mat. And just go ahead and begin to come into your breath here. Start to find some deep inhales and some releasing exhales. Feeling a nice big stretch through the entire length of your spine. Finding an opening through your hips. And just coming into your body here. And then for our next couple of breaths in our child's pose, I'm going to invite you to bring the arms into a cactus position so that the elbows are in line with the shoulders and the palms of the hands out on the floor so that we can feel this broadness through the upper back. And I invite you to let go of any tension away from your upper back. Let the shoulders relax down towards the sides. Allow the shoulder blades to separate away from each other. One or two more deep breaths here, breathing right into your upper back. And then after your next exhale, slowly we bring the hands back into center. We're going to release out of child's pose and come to meet me in a tabletop. So coming on to all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll just take a few cat-cows here. So inhaling as we look forwards, drop the belly, tailbone up. As we exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, round the spine. As we inhale, we roll forwards, roll the shoulders open. Exhale, chin to chest. Press your upper back away. Nice, every inhale forwards and every exhale under. Just moving in time with your own breath, rolling through the spine. Bringing as much movement and as deep of a stretch as we can into that little space right in between the shoulder blades. We'll take one more full round of breath here, so an inhale and an exhale. And then come back into your tabletop with a nice neutral spine. And then from here, go ahead and flip the hands so that the fingertips are pointing back towards yourself. Just feel a nice big stretch in through the backs of the wrists. And if it's too much to do this with both hands, just do one at a time. Just take a few deep breaths into each wrist. And then eventually come back to center. From here, we're going to take the toes together, take the knees as wide as your mat, and we're going to think about taking some big circles with the body. So inhaling as we come forwards, exhaling as we swoop back and around. Inhale forwards, exhale, send the bum all the way back. Just breathing deeply here, finding this nice fluid movement through the body, trying to make these circles as big as we can. Starting to bring stretch in through our hips, mobilizing in through the shoulders. And then at some point switch directions and take a few the other way. And then eventually bring yourself back up into center. Allow the wrists to come in underneath the shoulders. Keep the feet as they are and the knees nice and wide. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the right hand all the way up to the sky. Extend that top arm as much as you can, focusing on making one big long line with the arms, rolling the top shoulder back. Take a few breaths here. And if this is enough, you can feel free to stay here. If you want to find some movement, as we inhale, we're going to take the arm towards the back of your mat. As we exhale, take a big half circle, reach it all the way forwards. So inhale, reaches back. Exhale, come forwards. Inhale, reaches back. Exhale, come forwards. And just take a few more of these, trying to make this movement as big as you can. Bringing as much movement in through that right shoulder as you can. Let's take one more round of breath and inhale and exhale. And then reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Take the gaze up to follow. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to thread the needle. So bring that right arm in underneath the left. Try to bring the right shoulder, the right ear towards the floor. And keep the hips nice and high over the knees. Taking a few deep breaths here. Either staying exactly where you are, or if it's open to you, we might reach that left arm all the way up, maybe around onto the low back, or maybe even reaching for the opposite thigh. Take a few deep breaths here. Try to relax that right arm as much as you can. You should be feeling a nice big stretch through the upper arms and through the shoulders. One more breath here. And then release that left hand all the way back to your mat. Press into the hand and come on back into center. Nice, back with the wrists underneath the shoulders. We'll take the same thing other side. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the left fingertips, reach them up. Extending through both arms. One big long line here. Hold, rolling the top shoulder open, squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back. And if we want to find that movement, we inhale to reach towards the back of our mat. As we exhale, bring the hand, reach forwards. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, reach forwards. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, reach forwards. Take just a few more here. Nice, we'll take one more full round of breath, and inhale and an exhale. And then meet me with the arm reaching up for one more inhale. And as we exhale, we thread the needle. Send that left arm in underneath the right, bringing the left shoulder, the left ear towards your mat. Keep the hips nice and high. Breathe. And if it works for you, we might find that little twist, so we can either reach the right arm up, take the hand to the low back, or reach for your left thigh. Try to bring a sense of relaxation here into the upper body. Allow that left arm to fall into the mat, stretching out the upper arms, the shoulders. Take one more deep breath here. And then bring the right arm all the way back to your mat, press into the hand and come all the way back up. Meet me back in a tabletop. So bring the knees back underneath of your hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to tuck the toes under and then we're going to lift the hips high, send them back. Downward facing dog. Maybe we find some movement here. Start to pedal out through the feet, stretching out the entire back line of your body. The back of your hips, your hamstrings. Just pedaling out those feet. No tension through the neck. We're gazing back towards the toes. Let's come back into stillness. As we inhale, we're going to bend the right knee, pick the toes up off the floor, and then start to take some big circles with your right hip. So just circling that knee up and around. Take about 3 big circles here. And then the next time the knee comes in, we're going to step that right foot all the way up in between the hands. We're going to drop the back knee and inhale to reach up into a low lunge. Take a few deep breaths here, breathing into your left hip. And then after your exhale, drop your arms. We are either going to bring the palms of the hands and the elbows together to touch, or if we want to find eagle arms, we take the right elbow over the top of the left and we take that bind of the hands. But whichever way the hands are, it doesn't matter. We're going to think about separating our shoulder blades away from each other at the back and sending your arms forwards. Take your arms as far away from your face as you can. Lift them up high. Take a full breath here. And then exhale to release. Plant the hands back to the floor. We're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and step the right foot back into a high plank. Take a big inhale here, look down. As we exhale, lower halfway. And as we inhale, roll over the toes, press into the hands, come into an upward facing dog, looking forwards. Take a nice big breath in. And then as we exhale, meet me in a downward facing dog. Lift the hips high, send them back. Downward dog. Take a full breath here. And then when you're ready to, we're going to bend the left knee, pick the toes up off the floor, and then start to circle out through the left hip. Just imagine that you're drawing big circles with your knee. We'll take about 2 more here. And then the next time the knee comes in, we're going to step that left foot all the way up in between your hands, plant the back knee, untuck the toes, and inhale to rise up into a low lunge. Take a breath here, stretching out your hips. And then we lower the hands, and we can either bring the elbows and the palms of the hands to touch, or we take our eagle, this time crossing the left elbow on top of the right and taking that bind. But wherever you are, think about separating your shoulder blades. Take the middle of your back towards the back of the room. Send your arms forwards. Take a couple of full deep breaths here. Lift the elbows just a little bit higher. And then exhale to release. Plant your hands onto the mat. Tuck the back toes under. Step the left foot back. And then look in between the hands. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, this time we lower all the way down onto our belly. We untuck the toes. We keep the hands under the shoulders. As we inhale, we roll the shoulders back. We lift the chest, look forwards. Take a few breaths here. It doesn't matter how high or low we are. We can keep it really low, or we can start to extend through the arms and take it high. Take another full breath here. And then exhale, slowly lower back to the floor. Take your hands back a couple of inches and then press your hips up and back into a child's pose. Take the forehead towards the mat and take a few deep breaths. If it feels good for your last few breaths, we can either keep the fingertips reaching forwards, or we might take the arms alongside the body, fingertips reaching back towards the toes. Just allow everything to relax here. Allow your breath to deepen. Allow your muscles to soften. All of the muscles in your face. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, your arms, the lower back and the hips. And take 3 more deep breaths all the way in and then all the way back out. And then when you are ready to release, we're going to slowly start to come back out of our child's pose and come back into seated. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you like this little practice, please let me know. Please give it a like or leave me a comment. And if you would like to see more from me, please subscribe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste.